Hello guys, LifeHackster here. Today we are going to check and test out the Reolink Altas. And I'm going to tell you right now, just like in the thumbnail, these Altas line of cameras from Reolink will change the battery, solar power segment, or category of security cameras. Just watch, and all the other brands will be following and making their own version of this. All the complaints of battery camera users like my camera missed the motion or recorded late, or my camera's battery only lasted for a couple of days will now be in the past. Also, this is a sponsored video by Reolink, and they sent this camera to me to be checked out, so thank you. And like all other battery cameras that I review in this channel, I'll be testing this Reolink Altas the same way. Actually, I'll be testing this a little bit more because there's some nuances about this camera, like it has two ways of detecting motion. So you need to keep on watching. This Reolink Altas can record continuously, but Reolink advertises this more of being able to record motion events with 2 to 10 seconds of pre-recording, which means the camera will start recording before it detected the motion, so you'll be recording the whole motion event. This has a 20,000 mAh battery, just like Reolink Altas PT Ultra, which I also did check out a while back, and I will link it down below if you haven't seen it yet. This means this camera without a solar panel can last 540 days in PIR motion sensor mode, the longest for battery-powered cams. But I don't think you're buying this for that though, because you can use this in pre-recording mode, and this can last 14 days or 8 days of continuous recording. Add the 6-watt solar panel and with just 1 hour of sunlight a day, and this camera will continuously be powered in pre-recording mode. Basically, it will perform like a plug-in Wi-Fi camera with the convenience of installing this anywhere on your property without worrying about wiring. And if you live in an area with plenty of sun, you'll be able to put this in 24/7 continuous recording mode. This camera can achieve longer work times compared to the Altas PT Ultra is that this is just a static camera, no motion tracking, and also recording in 2K or Quad HD, 2560 by 1440 pixel resolution at 15 frames per second. But the video quality, as you can see, it is pretty good. And this has a 90-degree horizontal and 50-degree vertical field of view. This also has the Color X night vision, so it is able to see at night with just ambient lighting. And I'll be talking more about this later on. But also has lights to supplement its low light sensor if it gets too dark. This can record smart motion events or continuously to a micro SD card inserted on the camera itself, up to a 512GB card, or to Reolink's Home Hub. And it also has a cloud storage option with subscription. This can connect to dual-band Wi-Fi 6, 2.4 or 5 GHz, and is weather resistant with an IP66 rating and a working temperature range as low as -4 degrees to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, and is compatible with Google and Amazon devices. Inside the box, you'll get some paperwork. The kit that I got includes the 6-watt solar panel, USB-C, and we have the Altas camera itself. Has some weight to it because of the batteries. We have 6 supplemental lights here, light sensor, mic, and we have the PIR motion sensor and the lens. On the bottom, we have the speaker and a rubber flap that covers the micro SD card slot and the power reset button. And another rubber flap here near the back for the USB-C port to charge or to hook up the solar panel. We have the antenna, and on the back, we have the 1/4 screw mount. What else we have? We have the mount, metal and plastic. We have mounting screws and plastic anchors, and a short USB-C cable. A strap adapter for the mount if you don't want to screw this in, and we have the strap. We also have another strap for the solar panel mount, which this also comes with an adapter piece so as to be able to use the strap, and another set of mounting screws for the solar panel. To set up, let's insert a micro SD card and turn it on. Open up the Reolink app, plus sign, scan the QR code which is on the camera. Now you can connect this to Reolink's Home Hub, but I'll use standalone to connect directly to my Wi-Fi. As you can see, it will connect to 5 GHz. Type in my Wi-Fi's password and wait. Create a device password. Name the camera and it should be connected. For installation, unscrew the mount to remove the base and screw it in with the 2 included screws. You then screw in the mount to the camera first before mounting it. And for solid mounting, I'll use a wrench here to tighten this just a little bit more. And then you can now screw this into the base. set the camera's position, and tighten it in place. You can also screw in the solar panel so as to not manually charge this every 8 or 14 days. And with a solar panel is the most optimized setup for this camera if you want to set it in pre-recording or continuous 24/7 recording mode. Let's check the settings in the app. When you open up the app, you will see the snapshot from the camera. Click on it to get to live view, which loads up decently quick. In here, you can pause the live view, listen in, snapshot or record the live view, change the live view's quality, and enlarge the view. On the bottom, you can start two-way talk, which is full duplex. We have playback, and you will see the recorded events. I'm playing around with the settings, but I did have this recording continuously, as you can see in the blue areas of the timeline, and it records in 5-minute increments. And you can sort out the events, like people only. And this is where you can view and download the footage to your phone. Gear icon for the settings. We have battery info and have it on a solar panel currently, so it is 100%. In display, stream, and I'll just show you the resolution. Frame rate is maxed out at 15 FPS, and I also maxed out the bitrate. And I'll show in the spotlight settings, either off or auto mode, which the lights will adapt based on the ambient lighting. And we will talk more about this later. And you can also adjust the brightness here. In the detection alarm, you can adjust the sensitivity separately of people, vehicles, or animal detection. Camera recording. We have motion recording, and it has this automatic recording extension. If you turn it off, you will have this post-recording setting, which is the usual setting for Reolink battery cams. But with this automatic recording extension, it uses AI so that it will continue to record until the motion event ends. We have the pre-recording. You can set the battery level here on when it will turn off and just be back to battery mode. And this will give time for the solar panel also to bump up the charge of the camera if it is not able to keep up. Pre-recording time 2 to 10 seconds, and the frame rate of the pre-recording. And you can also set the pre-recording in a schedule. Now, as to continuous recording, you can set it here. And this has a smart battery mode, which just like in pre-recording, you can set the battery level when it turns off. Plus, you can set the range when it will go to low frame rate recording, which you can set the frame rate 1, 3, or 5 FPS. Reolink is really dialing in and trying to squeeze in the efficiency of this camera to get the most recording time, and this is a good thing. You can customize it depending on your setup. Now, as to notifications, this Altas has rich notification option, but you need to subscribe to their cloud plan, which you can have up to 25 snapshots a day for one camera without needing to pay anything. And I'll sign up so I can check it in this video. Well, time to do some testing. Audio quality of the Reolink Altas and video clarity test at 10 feet, 50, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Test. Alright, just to have a baseline on how dark my backyard is while testing this Reolink Altas. That's my neighbors right there. They always have lights, so that's what it looks like. But here, where the Altas is facing, it's decently dark. But I always have my indoor lights turned on for this testing, so we got some bleed through the blinds. But this is how it will look like if you don't have a low light sensor. And let's test and check out the Altas. So this is the video quality of the Reolink Altas at night, and the spotlights are turned off. There's no infrared LEDs, but this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 50, 20, 25, 30. Now, in my backyard, the ambient lighting that I set during my testing, when the camera is set in pre-recording or continuous recording mode, the supplemental lighting is not triggered yet. But I think when one of my neighbors turns off their backyard lighting, which is around 1 AM, that is when the lights of the camera turns on. And it will be on until daybreak. Now, my normal setup in my backyard though is I also have some lighting outside. So this is the the video quality of the Reolink Altas, and I do have my some ambient lights around the house, and this is what it looks like at 10 feet, 50, 20, 25, 30. But when the camera is in battery mode, so pre-recording and continuous recording off, then the lights will turn on when it detects motion. Okay, let's talk about the nuances in motion detection on this camera. If you have pre-recording or continuous recording on, it doesn't use the PIR sensor to detect motion. It uses camera-based detection. That is why it performs like a wired-in camera, probably greater than 40 feet detection range, and it detects pretty quick even when motion is going towards it. So I have to test this in battery mode to see how its PIR sensor performs. Alright, so now we are going to test the maximum detection distance of the Reolink Altas, and this is in battery mode. So I turned off the pre-recording and the continuous recording. So this will detect based off of its PIR sensor. Let's check it out at 40 feet. I guess not. Wow. I'm gonna say I guess it's not 40. Dang, its detection range is pretty good then. Now we are going to test how soon the Reolink Altas is gonna start recording when motion is going towards it, and this is in battery mode, so it is based off of its PIR sensor. I'm just gonna walk straight towards it. Oh, yeah. We are going to test the notification speed of the Reolink Altas, and I'm on my 5G cellular network, and it is 438. Let's check it out. By the way, I have rich notification turned on in here. Wow, that is pretty quick, and that's with the rich notification, just like that. And when you click on that, it should open up the live view. Loads up pretty quick. Cool, 438. All right, it is still 438, and it's less than 30 seconds. And let's see if there is a notification cool off on the Reolink Altas. And if I get a notification again, which I did, and it's actually quicker than the usual Reolink battery cameras. Nice. Cool.
This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink Altas. This is the audio quality coming out from the Reolink Altas.
As to battery performance, it remains to be seen for this camera, because after all the testing that I did and without a solar panel, and I have set it to record continuously all night, battery is still 100% in the morning, even with its supplemental lights on for 5 hours. So I will be doing another video on this camera after I've tested this long term. So what do you think? Video quality for a 2K Quad HD is pretty good, even at night as long as you have decent lighting. This camera performs like a plug-in camera, but in battery power. This is why this is a game changer for battery-powered security cameras. I like that Reolink has given a lot of options in the settings that you can dial the use of this camera. Even in cloudy or rainy days that the solar panel cannot keep up, then the camera will go to battery mode automatically until the solar panel charges the camera again. And as long as you're getting 1 to 2 hours of sun on its solar panel every day, then you will not need to manually charge this camera. Anyways, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.